All on my face.
All right, bro.
Starting my brother. Let me know when you live.
All right. Yabaraka,
Yabaraka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Wayashamarka,
Shamaraka,
Ya'ar,
Ya'ar,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Panyaka,
Panyaka,
Alyaka,
Aliyaka,
Waya,
Waya,
Khanka,
Kanka,
Yasha,
Yasha,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Panyaka,
Panyaka,
Alyaka,
Aliyaka,
Wayasham,
Wayasham,
Laka,
Alaka,
Shalom.
Shalom. All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, the GMS Louisiana Saints of the Lafayette branch coming at you with another live sit down. All right, but before we get started, we're going to give all praise and honor to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash.
all right, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation and blessings to you, Akim, is doing his work in truth and sincerity.
Shalom.
Shalom. All right, and as you can see, the title of the video is "It's Only Up From Here." All right, because ultimately, the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is the only way that you can get out of here. Okay, these vehicles are these so-called unidentified objects, but they're really identified objects because we can tell what they are through the scriptures are going to be the vehicles that the angels use and the vehicle that Yahweh shall come back in to what deliver the elect of Israel. Okay, we're going to get some precepts, right? And Lord willing, this video will be edifying to whoever may be watching. All right.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
So he looked in the air and he seen a flying roll. Okay, a flying roll in their time, man. Okay, which is also which is known in the scriptures as a chariot, man, a so-called UFO. All right, you got it up.
It says, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Right. So it's giving you an idea of what the scriptures, Shalaki, it's giving you the scriptures are giving you an idea of how big a chariot looks, man. All right, you can actually go to Genesis 7:20, Baba Kishah, because it tells you during the time of the flood, it gives you the cubics, man. It tells you how big uh, 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 certain cubics are, man. All right, so we're gonna get that. We'll give you an idea how big the chariots were.
Yeah, I think when you get into it's like 30 feet long, 15 feet wide. Yeah,
We'll see.
you got
Let's
it,
see.
bro.
Calm.
This is Genesis
Getting something
7,
else.
you want 20?
Yeah.
This is Genesis 7 and 20. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail. And go, and the mountains were covered.
That's right. So it says 15 cubics. What it was? 15.
15 cubits upward did the
Right.
waters prevail.
Right.
And the mountains were covered.
Right. So 15 cubits, the mountains were covered, man. All right. So when you think about that, man, think about how big a mountain is, man, and think about what it said in Zechariah 5 that it was what it said that it was 20 cubits and the breadth thereof was 10 cubits, man. So think about a mountain and how big a mountain is, man. This is a gigantic, chariot, man. This is a very big chariot.
Hey,
You got more?
I must read this,
Huh.
brother. This is in the NLT. This is Genesis 7, and I'm gonna start at 19. It says, finally the water covered even the highest mountain on the earth, rising more than 22 feet above the highest peaks.
It's high, man.
Mm.
highest peak of the mile, the highest peaks of the mountains, man.
That's
All
right,
right.
brother.
So that gives you an idea how big these chariots are, man. All right. In NASA, they have what? They have these space stations out there. They have their satellites. Okay. And there's certain videos that surface going into showing how big the chariots were, man.
Water for that. I got something to back you up.
Going into how big the chariots were, and one of the chariots was so big that it was bigger than the earth, man. All right, and it's not far fetched because what the scriptures say that the earth is the Lord's footstool, man. All right, so what is in the spiritual realm, man? It's man, the Lord is just out there, man. All right, but you got it out there. You want
Yeah, I'm just bring this out real quick because like what the brother's saying is what the world ignorantly calls unidentified flying objects, or they even call them what? Flying saucers. All right. So this is going into the chariots, all right, which you ignorantly identify as those things. This is Zechariah 5 and 1 in the NLT, and it's going to tell you the exact length of that chariot. It says, Zechariah 5 and 1 in the NLT, I looked up again and saw a scroll flying through the air. What do you see? The angel asked. I see a flying scroll, I replied. It appears to be about 30 feet long and 15 feet wide. You got it, bro.
That's right, man. So it's giving you diameters of what the chariots look like, man. All right, and the chariots can come in any type of form that they want, man. You know, they can disappear, they can reappear, they can appear as a cloud. Okay, they can appear big, large. They can appear the size of they can go into they can morph into different sizes and shapes. Okay, they can
Manipulate the elements.
manipulate the elements. Yeah, right, because they're four-dimensional beings and crafts. All right.
Right? That's why you have to have a certain body to be able to dwell in one, to
Yeah.
be able to move to and fro in one. All right, you got to have that incorruptible body. Can I back you up real quick, God? Because these chariots that the brother is talking about is likened unto a scroll. But we have something else that's likened unto a scroll, that the chariots, the prophecies, the Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the hope of the elect, all right, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, America being destroyed, don't take the charagma and fear the Lord, man. This is Ezekiel 2 and 9. You got it, brother. It says, but, and when I looked, behold, and hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mournings and woe. Hey, because ultimately, when it's gonna get into it, that curse that goes throughout the whole entire earth, man. All right. So these chariots are written throughout the scriptures for destroying this place and delivering the elect, man. All right. So the Lord is showing these things in the earth just to show that His prophecy is going to be fulfilled, man. Through these things that you ignorantly call, oh, these unidentified flying objects, or Esau try to suppress the so-called mainstream knowledge of these things, man. But we have the total knowledge of them on this side, of course, within these scriptures, man. We identify with them. You got it, brother.
Because like the chariot is synonymous with salvation and destruction at the same time. That's why, like the brother was saying, that's why it's a curse that goeth before the earth. Man. Okay, because when you read what Isaiah 66, let's go real quick. Isaiah, wait a second. Isaiah 60, I think it's 66 or 65. Let me get it. This is Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind." Right? His chariots like a whirlwind. You see? So look, check it out. It says to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword shall Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So these chariots are coming to slay. These chariots are coming to destroy. But these chariots also is what, man? The vehicles of the Lord that's going to be what in the air, and the elect is going to be beamed up in them. So that's why you have the chariots of salvation too. You see? And I'm gonna go get that, but y'all brothers got it.
All right, this is back in Zechariah, the 5th chapter. Right? Now with me, it's Zechariah 5 and 3. I'm going to read 2 again. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forward over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
That's right. So this is the curse that goes upon the earth, man. All right, meaning that these vehicles are the ones that carry out the judgment for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right, the Lord gives the order, okay, whatever that order may be. All right, and the angels go out, to and fro, accomplishing those tasks. All right, jump to let's sit on out there. You go to Revelation 1, and then from 1 to 7.
Okay. You said Revelation 1?
Then once you done with 1, you jump to 7.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1. And 1, it says, the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
That's right. So these are the things that are going to come to pass, man. All right, things that that the Lord has set up.
Jump to 7. All right. Verse 7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen.
That's right. So,
this is Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. He cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen.
That's right. He cometh with clouds, man. Because what the chariots can form themselves and look like a cloud, man. All right. They can look like a cloud. They can look like a pillar of fire. All right. At nighttime. Okay. Which is that glory, man. The Lord has given them.
Yeah.
All right. And to what? To render His anger, man. That's how the Lord is going to come to put judgment on this earth, man. All right. By coming on that huge chariot, along with his his innumerable amount of angels.
Beautiful.
All right.
I got you a quick one. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 48. And it reads, oh, Salaki. Bear with me. It's Luke 21 and 28, Salakia. It's Luke 21 and 28. Yahushua is speaking. And when these things, oh, Salakia, I'll start at verse 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
That's right. Because they're not expecting Yahushua to come in the chariot, man. All right. They're expecting, so-called aliens.
Shalom, Makim Yahushua Shabrak Shalom.
They're expecting Shalom. They're expecting aliens to come off, little green men with big eyes and so forth to come back. You know,
right?
You're not expecting a so-called black man in so-called black men coming back in so-called UFOs, man. All right, that's why they should be so astonished and afraid when they see, the chariots fill up the skies, man.
Hey, if
All
I
right,
can just back you up, like I said, even those that pierced him, because to the pride of the society, they've all come back and been reincarnated back for that judgment. Little do they know it.
yeah,
All right, the Lord has brought them back here for a specific judgment here in America, man. All right, those of that population back in the ancient Roman Empire when they crucified our Lord, man, persecuted him, man, persecuted his men, persecuted the apostles, man. All right, those same spirits are back on the earth today, and guess what? They are getting ready to be judged. Like it tells you in Revelation, let the just be just still, let the unjust be unjust still. Roughly paraphrasing, but you got it up.
That's what proves reincarnation. You know. So with that, what you want to do? All right, this is Psalms 104 and 3. I'm gonna start at 2. It says, "Who coverest thyself with light as with a garment, who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon wings of the wind."
that's right, man. So Yahweh, Shimi Yahushua created these chariots, all right, as his own personal, taskmasters, man, to go out and do the things that they do, whether it be judgment, protection for his elect, judgment for 2/3, all right, and moving the king's hand in the way that he wants him to move, so what they can fulfill prophecies, man. All right.
Got one after you too.
This is Exodus chapter 13, verse 21. It says, "And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, go to go by day and night." Going into those chariots, man. That was a chariot, that was leading them by day and night, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, I was shy.
exactly. So he make it the clouds as chariots, man. The clouds is synonymous. The word cloud is synonymous with the word chariots, man. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to know, how to apply. You have to have a spirit, man.
Right.
To apply it, man. Because it was once this guy, I believe his name was Ronald Dalton, all about the chariots was actual chariots that were pulled by horses, but you got to have the spirit to understand this, man. All right, the same way how Yahweh Shah was, he ascended, is the same way he's gonna come back, man.
Yeah.
In a cloud, man. Acts 1:9. You see, you got it, brother.
That's beautiful, bro.
You know,
Hey, Zachariah said what? He lifted up his eyes. You don't see any actual horses in the sky, man. Come on, man.
yeah. What the fuck is this? Goddamn.
You don't
Santa
see
Claus
horses
shit?
running in the sky, man.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
talk.
Greek shit,
You see
man.
what I'm saying, bro? It doesn't make sense. Hey, can I just back you up in that Psalms 104? All right, this is Isaiah 40 and 22 or 21, because like it said in Psalms 104, he led his chariot in the beams, right? Basically, roughly paraphrasing. Could you read it again? Psalms 104.
Okay.
Over for sure. The last one you read.
I got to go grab some.
You good, huh? Just want to make a point.
That's right, man.
You got it, bro.
Con, that's right, bro. Because I just read something in an article not that long ago. They said something about they shot down the chariot or something.
Yeah, man.
The so-called
Yeah,
UFO.
They shot down the chariot, so called, and something about to the effect of be ready for some type of encounter or something.
Right.
You know what that's equivalent to, brother? It's like, say you got this guy, back in school, he could tell these big ass extravagant stories, and then when he tell them, you be like, now you know this nigga lying. You know what I'm saying? He be
That's
lying,
crazy,
man.
bro.
You just look at him the whole time and he just lying.
Just lying.
The whole time you like, really? How far you gonna go with this?
It's because he can't cover it up no more.
That's right.
You can't hide this no more. The chariot, the closer we get to the end, the Lord is allowing more chariot sightings, man. You see? You want that 104 again? Okay.
Come, man.
This is Psalms 104 and 3. It says, "Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon wings of the wind.
That's right. This is Isaiah 40 and 21. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Had it not been told from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. And that's like to how the Lord does the whole entire earth, man. The whole entire universe, the heavens, man. All right, the Lord stretches them out, man. All right, the Ancient of Days, man. He stretches it out, and his will led in them, man. All right, and populated them how he will, man, with chariots. All right, celestial bodies, okay, which are stars. That's what a star is, a celestial body. All right. So the Lord does all those things and said the circle of the earth, man. All right. So the earth is not flat, man. All right. You got it, brother. That's it.
This is Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 4. It says, I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and brightness was about it, and out of the midst of the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. He's explaining what a chariot looks like, man. You know, the characteristics of a chariot. You see, it says a whirlwind, right? A great cloud, fire enfolding itself. You see, and that's going back to that Exodus the 13th chapter, man. You see, and within those chariots, it says what? Verse 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of four living creatures. All right, those living creatures are talking about angels. Okay, it says, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. Those creatures are talking about angels. You see, you know, right? And it says every one had four faces, and every one had four wings. Right? Four faces going into what? The four jobs, the four duties that they have, man. Because every angel, and like the brother was going to, every angel has, you know, is going to have his job and his duty, man. You know, you see, and being accompanied with, you know, other angels. You see, you got it, though, brother. You know,
I got one real quick. This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 5, verse 1. All right. Now this is Antiochus preparing for a voyage, and this is an account where he saw chariots going through the sky, man. Now, if you go, we're gonna go through this, and it's gonna point to the fact that these weren't actual horses; these were chariots, celestial beings, man, or what you would say outer world beings, man, the angels. All right, guided by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is 2 Maccabees 5 and 1. About the same time, Antiochus prepared his second voyage into Egypt. And then it happened that through all the city, for the space almost of 40 days, there were seen horsemen running in the air in cloth of gold and armed with lances like a band of soldiers. So it says horsemen running through the air, man. It's not talking about little horses, it's talking about chariots, man. All right? Chariots in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says cloth of gold and armed with lances like a band of soldiers, man. Ezekiel the 1st chapter, man. All right? The Lord of Sabaoth, man. When you go into that word Sabaoth, it goes into the armies of Israel, man. Do we have an army in the United States? Across over there in the so-called Middle East in Jerusalem? No. All right, it's talking about the heavens armies, man, that are going to intervene and render our salvation upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua's behalf, man. All right, you got Yahweh Shah, the chief and commander. All right, you got Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel. They all have their assigned duties up under the Lord, man. And then you even have lower and lesser going on down. It's a hierarchy, man. All right, and we're a part of that army. We're foot soldiers right now, man. All right.
If I can say,
I got a little bit more, but you got it.
Khan, like as the brother said, read the description one more time.
All right, it says 2 Maccabees 5 and 2, and then it happened that through all the city, for the space almost of 40 days, there were seen horsemen running in the air in cloth of gold and armed with lances like a band of soldiers.
So I know usually anytime that the scriptures usually talk about horses, they're usually speaking about like the power behind the horse. Like the horse represents power.
Right.
You know, and then what else I was gonna say? I was gonna say that just like the brother was going into, you have different rankings, man. Just like Esau, right? Esau has different rankings within his own military. He has the SEALs.
Generals, sergeants, lieutenants.
Con.
All right.
Yeah. But he has certain
Oh yeah.
branches
Yeah.
for certain tasks.
Navy, military, Air Force.
Con.
All right, National Guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got what they call it, like you said, Navy SEALs, the Marines.
Yeah.
And then he has philosophies that he attaches to him. The few, the proud, the Marines, this and that, the Air Force. Only the strong survive. So he indoctrinates you into it, and now next thing you know, you somewhere stepping on a landmine and blowing your legs off, looking like Uncle Dan off of Lieutenant Dan, man. Off of Forrest Gump, man.
Yeah.
You come back to the States, what do you receive? No benefits, no aid, man.
Thank you. You did a good job.
We're talking about
right.
the armies of the heavens here, man. All right?
Shit, I got one for you, bro.
They got a little bit more. Right? You got this. 3, it says, and troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against one another, with shaking of shields and multitude of pikes, and drawing of swords, and casting of darts, and glittering of golden ornaments, and harness of all sorts, wherefore every man prayed that apparition might turn to good, man, because they were in fear, man, seeing those chariots in the sky, man. All right, showing them that glorious display of what the heaven's armies can do, man. And those heaven's armies, just as they're glorious and show the majesty of the Lord, that's that curse also that goes throughout the entire earth, man. That's going to destroy this place, man. You got it, that's like
This is Jude, verse 13. It says, and Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and all of their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. So the Lord's going to return, Yahweh Shah is going to return with 10,000 of his saints, man. Okay, and when you read Psalms, if you don't mind, brother. Okay.
Matthew. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 27. It's Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He's speaking. It says, for as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Keep going. Verse 29, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened. And hey, wherever the carcass is, the eagles shall be gathered together, because the Lord, he has a feast, man. All right, with these other nations. They're about to be burnt up in this nuclear war, man. All right, because they're going to fight against the Lord. Let me bring this out real quick, just to back that up. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, French Spanish War, American Revolution, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And what's that talking about? That nuclear fire, that fire off of the chariots, okay? It's going to be like one of the brothers say, a barbecue in Basra, man.
Hey, none of you brothers get that scripture where it talks about how, it talks about the blessing that the Lord has for the birds, for the carcass.
How they gonna feast.
Yeah, Khan. Get that up with the truck. Khan. Khan.
I'm gonna
You got it,
continue. All right, it's Matthew chapter 24, verse 29, and it reads, "Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory."
That's right.
You want to speak on it?
Oh,
Hey, that's gonna be some power, man. That's gonna be some power. Usually when Yahweh Shah come back with all the angels, man, especially Michael the archangel, bro. You see, it's gonna be something that's gonna bug you people out, man. Okay, but you see, the elect is gonna be stable in that time because they're gonna know what they're looking at, man. Okay. At the same time, still, in the period of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You see, but mercy is gonna be on the elect, man. All right. Yahweh shall return, man. It's not going to be a pretty sight, man. It's not going to be, what these Christians think that he's going to come down. It's gonna be. I remember, I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, I used to think, you see how the sun is? You see, you got that little light ray coming down from the sun behind the clouds.
Yeah.
I used to think that's how, so-called Jesus Christ was gonna return. You know what I'm saying? With his arms stretched wide open, man. They used to have me believing that shit, man. But the Lord is coming to destroy, okay? From one end of the earth to the other, man.
Yeah. Right. Can you bring out that Matthew 24 and 24 and 20? I think it's 27.
Which one?
24 and 27.
When it goes into the carcass.
28.
Oh, shall I be 20?
Let me read it again. And I got one for that too. This is Matthew 24 and 28. "For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together."
All right, this is Revelations 19 and 17. It says, "And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and all of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat upon the horse and against his army."
That's right, man. So the Lord has promised the birds, the fowls of the air, what a feast, man. All right, and that's ultimately is going to happen in in the midst of World War III, man. All right, all those dead bodies. All right, the birds are going to actually be feasting on these dead bodies, man. All right, and then it said that Yahweh Shah is going to return. All right, and they're going to make battle. They're going to make war with them. All right, on that glorious chariot. All right, what we've been talking about this whole time.
And these generals, these lieutenants, like the brother we was going into earlier, these captains of the earth, they're gonna be burnt up in that fire, man. They're gonna be ate up, man, by that nuclear fire, man. And their militaries, man. This is Job 39, and I'm gonna start at 26. It says, "Doth the hawk fly by thy wisdom, and stretch her wings toward the south? Doth the eagle mount up at thy command, and make her nest on high? She dwelleth and abideth on the rock, upon the crag of the rock in the strong place. From thence she seeketh the prey, and her eyes behold afar off. Her young ones also suck of the blood, and where the slain are, there she is."
So you're going to break it down.
You got it. That was back you up.
Just bring it out one more time.
This is verse 30. I'll bring out the point. Job 39 and 30. 444. Just going into that, wherever carcass, like it said in Matthew 24 and 28, for wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together, man. All right, it says, her young ones also suck up the blood, and where the slain are, there she is.
That's right, man. So there's gonna be a lot of death and destruction.
Yep.
All right, at the time of what World War III, man. There's gonna be a lot of death and destruction during Jacob's trouble, and ultimately, when those missiles drop, man.
Yep.
All
And
right.
that feast is in ultimately, that feast is in Yahweh Shabbat, man. What the Lord is going to render with these other nations, man. Because when you go into that, it's a mountain of troops, all right, valley of decision. That's what the Lord is going to decide who's going to truly reign the earth in righteousness, man. It's going to be Yahweh Shai. But you got it out. That was it.
You can continue to 29.
29.
Through 30.
This is Matthew 24 and 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
That's right, man. So the stars shall fall from heaven, man. All right, these missiles. All right, these missiles dropping down. All right, on Babylon, America. What, making this place darken? Like
Yep.
when we go watch that movie, 300, when they at the end where they shoot off all those arrows, and like pretty much it blackened out, the sun. That's how the missiles are gonna blacken out this place.
That means something dark was
Yeah,
about to happen, man.
yeah.
All right,
And
I'm
mind
gonna
you,
back you right up.
not only the missiles being shot off is gonna darken this place, but when the missiles are shot off, you're gonna have the innumerable amount of angels that's gonna be in the sky also further darkening. All right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Backing you up, you got it. Isaiah 13 and 9, and this was written in that Matthew 24 was written of before time, man, in the Old Testament. It's Isaiah 13 and 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Remember back in that Zechariah the 5th chapter, that curse that goeth throughout the whole earth, all right? And those that are going to be cut off by it, okay? It says, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Yeah. And if you're wondering how that darkness gonna be, it's too, man. It's like when those missiles drop, you have that big old mushroom cloud. All right. You have all that smoke and all that. What is that? The aftermath of the missiles
Yeah,
dropping off. That's gonna darken the place as well, man, because you have that fallout that comes after.
right, right.
You know.
Hey, and before it gets physical, actually, before those nuclear missiles hit, the Lord gonna darken this place symbolically.
Yeah.
It's getting real grimy out here. All right, the murder, the violence is going up out here, man. All right, so we looking up because ultimately we need to escape from that fire, man. That fire is pursuing us. It's behind us, man.
Yeah.
All right, that lake of fire, that hot fiery judgment of the Lord is what we're trying to turn away from, man, and look up to. You got it, brother.
I want to back you up, because just even add on to this brother point, you gotta take into consideration that there's not gonna be no lights out here, man. All right, there ain't gonna be no lights. It's gonna be completely dark. Anybody that lives in Louisiana, anybody that lives in the South, whenever the hurricanes come, it's pitch black out here, man. You can't see nothing without these street lights. All right. So you have that. Then you have the Lord actually putting that darkness. When you read in Wisdom of Solomon, it speaks a lot about that darkness that's gonna cover the land,
Ooh-wee.
and it talk about the
I got one
apparitions.
too.
God, yeah,
You can go ahead, Todd.
All right, this is because we had mentioned here that we're gonna need an escape, right? So this is that escape in a chariot. This is Revelations 11 and 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, which is the elect, come up hither. And they ascended up into heavens in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. You see, and it says, in the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the tenth part of the city fell, and the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. You know, so that escape route gonna be what to come up hither in a cloud, man. You know, and be looking up on America, which is considered going to be considered a lake of fire, man. From all the fire and brimstone, man. And the thermonuclear missile, man. Okay.
That's right. And just to back you up, because like going back into it, the Lord is darkening these days, man, and this ultimately happened in ancient Egypt, and we're gonna prove that, man, because the brother brought out, see what it says, like and share, GMS New Orleans, good afternoon, like and share. All right, the water, y'all about shimmy out shop right down. But like the brother was saying, the brother brought out earlier how that pillar of fire by day, pillar of fire, a cloud by night, all right, which was Yahweh Shai. Ultimately, the Lord is going to give light unto us in these dark days, man. We're not going to be darkened. The elect of Israel, we're not going to be darkened in these days, man. We're still going to have that light. Pertaining to Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge to stabilize us. All right, so this happened in ancient Egypt. This is Exodus 14 and 18.
God.
God, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord when I have gotten me honor, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And it's simple as that. The Lord just is going to say, hey, look, there's not room for both of us. I'm going to destroy you by nuclear fire and show you who's the true power of the earth. The Lord is about his respect, man. Okay? And the Lord is against Esau Edom. So the Lord is going to simply put the light out in his place, man, but give that light unto the true house of Israel, man. The elect, it says, and the angel of the Most High, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind him. And the pillar of cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. So it came between them. All right. It was going to ultimately distinguish who the Lord was dealing with, man. All right. And it was a cloud and darkness to them. Speaking of the Egyptians, man. All right. But it gave light by night to these. But it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. So the Lord separated darkness from lightness. Literally, man.
Yeah.
Literally, man. This is who I'm dealing with. So now I'm gonna put it all out there, and that's what the Lord is doing in these times, man. He's making it known who he's dealing with, man. Don't play with the Lord, man. All right, we're coming up on the Passat, man. This is a highly spiritual time, man. Stay motivated in the spirit and cling on to this, man. All right, and look up. All right, because it's only up from here. You got it now.
Hey man, and that's right. That is very spiritual that the signs coming up, because apostles are hard deemed that hope we get that all the prophets come to pass.
That's right.
And then when they came out of Egypt, you see what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen, bro, we hoping that we be delivered, man. But I got something to back you up on, like the Lord's respect, bro.
Okay, you got
Hey,
it.
look, check it out. This is Ezekiel 38, and I'm gonna start at 21. It says, "And I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains," said Yahweh. "Every man's sword shall be against his brother. I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will reign." See, these Christians don't read these scriptures right here. They just read prosperity and love and, claim it type scriptures.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? It says, "And I will rain upon him and upon his bands, and upon many people that are with him."
That is not our salvation, Akim. That's a helicopter. All right, we're looking for the chariots of the Most High. Y'all about Shimmy Shai. You got it.
It says, "And upon many people that are with him, and overflowing rain and great hailstone, fire and brimstone. Thus will I magnify," and here's the point, "thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself, and I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know that I am Yahweh." You see? That's just basically, you know what I'm saying? Just like how it is, like say they really shit on the Most High here in America, man. But what the Lord is gonna do here, well, they shit on the Most High all throughout the earth. You know what I'm saying? But what the Lord is gonna do, He's gonna make it known that I am the Lord. That our power is the power. You know what I'm saying? You got it. You know, Cherry's gonna be coming through beating the powder, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 31, 31 and 5, it says, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts deliver Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. All right? It says, turn ye unto him from whom the children of Israel have deeply revolted. The point is what? The Lord is going to what? Defend, uh, you know, Jerusalem, which is Israel, is a people before a place, man. All right? And it says, as birds flying, man. When you see birds, what do you see them in? A conglomerate, they be in a big group.
Like a V shape.
Yeah, they be that military wise, and you also have
Squadron, like a squadron.
Yeah, a squadron, man. All right, they be in formation and they be in sync, man. You know, so that's how the Lord is gonna come to deliver Israel, man. All right,
And if I can add, you see, and then like in Jacob's trouble, you know, you're gonna have daytime and nighttime. You know, depending on, you know, like however your relationship is with the Lord will be guiding you at nighttime, seeing like it's like, say we see chariots, like, you know, they would call them in America, they call them shooting stars. You know, you see the shooters, you know what I'm saying? You know, but it'd be just like, you like normally you see one just, you know, or you see another one like that. But in Jacob's trouble, the Lord might have it to where you got like just 4 or 5 of them in a single in the same line, you know, right next to each other, shooting that way, and the Lord giving you the direction to go that way. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord is going to deal with His elect, man. Now, I'm not saying that's exactly how He's going to do things, but it's a possibility. You know, it depends on your relationship with the Lord. You know, and your belief.
I got you.
You see, you got it, brother.
This is Jeremiah 4:13. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled.
Well,
just an oldie but goodie.
Hey, and you see, and the Lord, hey, and through these chariots, man, the Lord it's gonna be divine intervention, man. It's gonna be some divine intervention. You know, I remember reading in the Maccabees whenever I forgot his name, but it was a wicked ass priest that was mad because he wasn't the high priest, and what he did was go stir up some shit, and they came to take all the money out the temple. But then, you know, I think it was Honest, which was the high priest. He prayed unto the Lord, and then, you know, I think it said like it described it as a fierce rider showed up. You know, some angels that showed up. I don't want to like mess up the story, but I know it was angels.
Heliodorus?
Yeah, Heliodorus, and that's the same story. But the angels showed up, and you know, and it was divine intervention. You see, and that's the type of salvation that we're looking for, divine intervention.
Right,
you know, like we're gonna be put between Pharaoh and the Red Sea, man. You know, and that was divine intervention for, you know, the Lord to give Moses, you know, for him to wave his staff over the Red Sea and it parted, man. That's divine intervention. Yeah. That's what we looking for.
That's you right, see? Bro. Man.
But ultimately, our deliverance, you know, from the missiles will be the chariots, man.
That's right, bro.
You know, because in the chariots, it's His strength, man. It's His glory, man. You see. These chariots have these people bugged out. Man, I've seen, they're like, man, y'all over here still arguing about what that was, football, something like that, and we got aliens invading the earth. Like, hey, man, you're so bugged out. He's so bugged out you don't want to say nothing. It's so funny, you know?
Yeah, bro.
I got one backing you up.
You got it, right?
This is Psalms 32. 34. And start at 4. It says, I sought the Lord, and He heard me and delivered me from all my fears. They look upon Him and were lighted, and their faces were not ashamed. The point is in 7. It says, the poor man's cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angels of the Lord encamped round about them that fear Him, deliver them. So that's what the angel's gonna do in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Leading up to the ultimate deliverance, man.
That's right, bro.
All right.
Yep. I got a quick one for you. Psalm 68 and 17 are oldie but goodie. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. So the Lord is among them, man. If, like the brother was going back to, just remind me of Enoch. You translate it up. Like, to be on that level of faith, Yahweh Shai, anyone that's getting beamed up, the Lord sanctioned that, man. For you to be delivered up in that way, in that manner, man. And guess what? Enoch is back. Job is back. All right. Noah, all the men of old, they're back in their lots today, man. Waiting for what? The earnest expectation of the creature, like we always go into, man. Waiting for the righteousness of the earth to be restored. You got it, huh?
I gotta check it out. This is check it out. And this is could you read that over again?
Me?
No, this brother. You had read the angels of the Lord are camped about around him that fear him in Psalms.
All right. This is Psalms 34 and 7. It says, "The angels of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and deliver them."
Right. Now check this out. This is 2 Kings chapter 6. And I'm going to start at 15. It says, "And when the servant of the man of God was risen early and going forth, behold, a host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots." So, they was being besieged. They was being camed up against. It says, and with horses and chariots. And the servant said unto him, "Alas, my master, how shall we do?" So he was like, "Man, what we gonna do?" Right? And he answered, "Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them." And Elisha prayed and said, "Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see." And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the Lord's glory, man. See, it's more with us. It's gonna be more with us than it is with them, because this devil, he's a carnal man, bro. He's a carnal man, man. We got angels all around, bro. When 2 or 3 are gathered in the name of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua is in the midst, man. We got angels all around us, man. We got angels that preserved us even when we was in wickedness, bro, just so we can do the work today. So in the time of Jacob's trouble, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua is going to be with us. You see, the chariot is going to be making those divine interventions under the command of Yahweh.
I got 2 of them.
Man. I got one right here for you, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
You got it, bro.
All right, this is it's a little lengthy, but it's a beautiful point.
You got to bring it. I break it down.
This is Psalms 91 and 1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." And those people who are doing that are the elect. "And I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust." It says, "Surely He will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and of the noisome pestilence," which is those missiles. It says, "He shall cover thee with thy feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler." It says, "Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day, nor from the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor in the destruction that walketh at noonday." It says, "1,000 shall fall at thy right side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee." Because why? The Lord is going to have the angels protecting the elect and preserving the elect up into deliverance, or whatever the lot of the elect is, man. All right. It says, only with thy eyes shall behold to see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, my habitation. There is no evil befall. It says, "There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling."
Right.
It says, "For..."
Hey, and we made the Most High habitation, man.
Yep.
That's how we're able to spot these. Like the scriptures tell you what. Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. For the heathen are dismayed at them. All right. So we know that we identify with these chariots, man. We're not just bugged out saying, "Oh, they're coming to abduct me.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me up, and I'll never be found again." On some what that was, X-Files, man.
Oh yeah, remember that shit?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the noise just creeped me out.
We actually make this our habitation to where we know that's our salvation in those chariots, man. All right, Yahushua is gonna come back on that great fathership, man. The chariot of all chariots, man. So we're looking forward to that. You got it, Diane. I got two quick ones.
All right. It says, "For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways." So he's gonna give the angels charge over us to be able to maneuver through these different things that are gonna come our way during Jacob's trouble, man. All right, and Lord willing, He'll maneuver us through it all the way up until we get out of here on those chariots, man. All right, you better stop.
I got two. This is Deuteronomy 33. I'm gonna start at 2. And he said, "The Lord came from Sinai." This is talking about Moses, all right, because he at his death he blessed the children of Israel, and he said this, which was an ultimate future prophecy, man. Which Esau will be destroyed. All right, Jacob would inherit the promises again, man, because Moses couldn't enter into the promised land. But guess what? He will be there in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. So it says, Deuteronomy 33:2, and he said, "The Lord came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints. From his right hand went a fiery law for them." Shit. You got it?
And it said from the right hand, right? And we know who that right hand is equated with. Yahushua. You see what I'm saying? And because through the Lord's right hand shall we be saved, man.
You chimed in on that.
So, I mean, you got the precept. I'm gonna get one to back that up.
All right. One more verse. It says, "Yea, he loved the people. All his saints are in thy hand, and they sat down at thy feet. Everyone shall receive of thy words," man. And that's us, man. You can't make this up. Wisdom of Solomon, 3rd chapter says the righteous are in the souls of the righteous are in the hands of the Most High. But I'll bring it out after you. You got it.
All right. This is Psalms chapter 20, verse 6, going into that right hand. All right. It says, "Know now that Yahweh saveth his anointed, and he will hear from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand."
Saving strength.
His saving strength. And who is the Savior?
That's a characteristic.
Yahushua. His name means he saves, he delivers.
Right.
You see? So in that right hand, who sits at the right hand of the Heavenly Father, man? Yahushua, man.
Right.
You see? You got it, man.
Yep. This is Hebrews 12:22. "But ye are come unto Mount Zion, and unto the city of the living power, the heavenly Jerusalem, and to an innumerable company of angels." Innumerable, man. You can number the United States military. You can number the United States Air Force. It can be numbered. You could actually type it in and say, "This is how many people are enlisted in the United States Air Force. This is how many people are enlisted in North Korea military, Russian military." You can't put a number on how many angels that the Lord is coming back with, because it's innumerable, man. All right. So we're looking forward to that, man. It's only up from here. You got it, huh?
Like I was telling the brothers before we started, hey, it's only up from here, literally.
Yeah.
Like literally. Like we it's no way out this joint except being beamed up. It's no way out of here except being beamed up. You see?
Yep.
That's why it says, "Come up hither," right? And we're gonna be changed in the twinkle of an eye, man. Okay. And it is also written in a place where it says they're gonna meet him in the air. No, I'm gonna go get there.
I got this one right here. This is Ezekiel 20:34. It says, "And I will bring you out." It says, "And I will bring you out from the people, and I will gather you out of countries wherein you are scattered, with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm with the fury poured out, man. And how is he gonna do that? By way of Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai and those chariots, all right, and those angels, what gathering up the elect from all the four corners of the earth, all right. But listen,
I mean, you need verse one?
You got it, brother.
All right, this is First Thessalonians 4:16. For Yahweh Shah himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Yahweh Shai in the air, and so shall we ever be with Yahweh Shai. You see? So we're gonna meet Yahweh Shai in the air, right? So the only way to get out of here is up. You see? You know, that's why it says look up, you know.
your redemption drawing nigh.
That's right, man. And look, hold up, real quick. Bobby, I mean, you got something? Yeah, I didn't
No,
know.
you got it.
Okay.
I'm away.
All right, this is Acts. This is Acts chapter 1. I quoted it earlier. This is Acts chapter 1, verse 9. It says, and when he spoke these things while they beheld, he was taken up in a cloud, received him out of their sight. So Yahweh Shai was taken up in a cloud, a chariot, right? And verse 10, it says, and while they looked steadfastly towards heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahweh Shai, which is taken up from you into heaven, so shall come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. So it's nothing. It's only up from here, man.
That's right.
You know, that's why our salvation comes from up, man. Okay, not from around the corner, not from down the street, not from the ground, but up, the heavens. You got it, bro.
I'll bring it out. I think one of you brothers brought it out. Maybe Tyler think he brought it out. Jude 1:14.
You can bring it out again. Sure.
Okay, it's Jude 1:14. Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him.
So what is all this the Lord coming to save everybody shit? Who is he executing Who is he executing judgment on, man? The land? Huh? The Lord hates the sin and not the sinner? Oh no. Somebody got to pay for their deeds that they did in their body, man. Whether it be good or bad. You know? So, hey, no, that sounded weird. Somebody got to pay for their sins, whether it be good or bad. No, somebody got to pay for what they did in their body, whether it be good or bad. So the Lord is coming to execute judgment, man. You know? So Rocky, that was a slip of the tongue. You brothers got it.
You got anything, Ty?
Con, with that, Lord willing, this video was edifying. All right, we're gonna give all honor and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Kakodash.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that's doing his work in truth and sincerity. All right, until the next time, Lord willing, we're gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.
Bagabal.
Bagabal.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala. Until next time, Akim. Shalom.